Hi everyone, welcome to Freedom Acres YouTube channel where you learn everything Dogo Argentino related. Today I wanted to talk to you about a very important topic in regards to, of course, Dogo Argentinos, which is how to train a Dogo Argentino. Since it is such a big, powerful, strong, and intimidating breed, it is important to know what you're doing before getting a Dogo Argentino. Before I got Pablo and Maya, I did obviously my fair amount of research into the Dogo Argentino breed. It obviously intimidated me. Just thinking about getting a Dogo Argentino and then how the various things that could go wrong that used to really scare me. But I was definitely set on getting a Dogo Argentino. I just fell in love with the breed the first time I saw Dogo Argentinos, learned about it, watched YouTubes about them. So I did my fair amount of research, learning all about the usual stuff. You have to be the pack leader, the alpha, and you have to let the dog know that you're the boss, and then make sure that the dog follows the rules and you're leading the dog in everything you do. Some of that is obviously important and true. Um, the first thing I would definitely like to mention before getting a Dogo Argentino, if you're thinking, is to try your best to get a puppy. Not obviously an adult dog. I would say the ideal age would be anywhere between 12 to 16 weeks. I got Pablo and Maya when they were only 11 and a half weeks old. So that is important. Now obviously you can puppies, Dogo Argentinos are considered puppies up until they're 18 months of age, but I think the 6 months should be the limit. You shouldn't probably get a Dogo Argentino if it is older than 6 months, and because as they grow older, they become more stubborn. They wouldn't listen to you as much as a puppy, a 10, 11 week, 12-week old puppy would. So that is the first thing that you will need to keep in mind, of course, is to get a Dogo Argentino puppy as young as possible. The other thing is that obviously at this way, this way. Sorry about that, guys. Maya was barking at the neighbor's dog, the same dog that Pablo the other day got into a fight with, so I was trying to avoid any kind of incidents. But yeah, as I was saying, that the first thing you need to keep in mind is when getting a Dogo Argentino is to try your best to get a puppy that is between the age of 12 to 16 weeks. That way, the puppy won't give you too much trouble in regards to training them. Now, a Dogo Argentino is a pretty smart breed, I would say. I would put them in top 10, if not top 5 smartest breeds. So they are quick to learn, but as they grow older, they become more stubborn, and they wouldn't listen to you as often or as quickly as you want them to be, as they would if they were puppies. So that's why it's important to find a Dogo Argentino puppy from a reputable breeder between the ages of 12 to 16 weeks. The second thing you will have to keep in mind is, of course, as soon as you bring the puppy home, the training starts right away. That is extremely important. And you have to obviously start with potty training. That is very, very important. Puppies are just like babies. They go number one, number two very often, multiple times. I was taking Pablo and Maya out perhaps every 2 hours just to be safe. So that's what you would have to do. And obviously raising puppies is not an easy task. It's like literally raising a baby. So you have to do that, build a routine. Building a routine is extremely important for them so that they know what they're supposed to be doing, every day. So that is the second thing you will have to do, is to potty train them. And as they grow older, you will see that you're not going to be taking them out for number one and number two as often. Right now, at this age, now they are almost going to be 2 years old on October 4th. To be exact, right now I take them out only once or twice a day, maybe. Um, The other thing in regards to training a Dogo Argentino puppy is to teach them the very important commands that you think would be practical in real life. I try not to overburden them with, in my opinion, unnecessary and useless commands, such as rollover. I don't think that is very important. The basic commands that I have taught them are, sit, down, stay, which is very important because anytime they're about to sprint into unnecessary action, I can tell them stay and they will stop. If they are good, well trained, so they will stop. They will listen to me. The other one that I use very often is very important for us is this way. That basically tells them to stop from, to move away from where they're going, take a different route. That way, I direct them and navigate them where I want them to go. So that is also important. So these are some of the very few basic commands that I have taught them, and that's why that's what I have found in my personal life that I end up using the most with them. So I don't try to overburden them with any useless commands. The other thing I wanted to, and I will make a separate video on that if you're interested, about the e-collars. Now, some people, or a lot of people, disagree. They think that they're cruel, but the e-collars serve obviously a massive purpose. They are also very crucial in training the Dogo Argentino. The e-collars are not only e-collars, but they're also equipped with GPS technology, which for us is important since we do live on a big property. So if they ever get lost, we know where they are. And I have lost them twice so far, and that's before we got the e-collars. And that was not fun. We have a lot of farmers. A lot of our neighbors are farmers. They have livestock, and as you would understand, Dogo Argentino is a hunting breed. So with livestock, they think of livestock as prey, and they will definitely try to hunt whether it's a goat, a sheep. And the first time I lost them, they ventured into one of our neighbors' property, who's a farmer who has goats. And he was telling me that they were his words, that they were terrorizing his goats. He's a nice guy, so we finally found the dogos. They were lost for less than an hour, but we learned our lesson, so we got the e-collar. It is equipped with the GPS technology, as well as it gives them a light shock just to tell them to stop, or whatever they might be doing. So the e-collars do play a major role in training a Dogo Argentino. And if you're planning to get a big breed such as a Dogo Argentino, you do need the e-collar. I thought I would never get it. I thought it was, I also thought that it was cruel, but these are large breeds. They have a very high pain threshold, and you need the e-collar to basically not only train them and also prevent yourself from getting into a huge accident involving Dogo Argentinos, such as getting your Dogo getting into a fight with another dog, and that's a disaster waiting to happen, of course. So the other thing that is important with with training any type of dog is, of course, the positive reinforcement, and I do believe in the negative reinforcement as well. The positive reinforcement is obviously very obvious. If your dog does something positive, or something you want them to do, you obviously reward them. That could mean giving them a treat, patting them, or anything, whatever they like. So that is the positive reinforcement. The negative, in our case, is that I do, if they are not listening to what I want them to do, then I would either yell at them. So I would raise my voice, and that tells them that I'm angry and I'm not happy with what they're doing. And they would understand that instantly. But they have to be obviously trained. They have to know that if you're raising your voice, that means it's a big no-no, and then they have to get in line. So that is what I usually do in terms of, but you can never use, of course, physical force. That is a big no-no. Not only is it inhumane and cruel, because dogs, no matter how big they get, how old they get, they're still babies. You're not going to be hitting or beating a baby because the baby doesn't know better. So hitting a dog. And then secondly, if you try to get physical with a Dogo Argentino, the Dogo can easily turn on you and hurt you. And you don't want a Dogo Argentino, God forbid, biting you, because their bite force is insane, and can really break bones. So those are some of the things that I would like to add when training a Dogo Argentino. But it has to be consistent. Consistency is the key. You have to be training them multiple times a day. The training session could last, not more than 5 minutes max, because then they have, then they might get bored, and they have a short attention span. They're like babies. Just keep that in mind, that they're like babies, and you have to treat them like babies when training them. So you have to be patient with them. So yeah, consistency, do it multiple times a day, especially when they're puppies. Keep it short, simple, and playful. And these are, as I mentioned, these are very intelligent and smart dogs. They will learn anything you teach them pretty quickly. And yep, that's pretty much all I had to say. Let me know if you have any questions, or you have any comments. Feel free to share them. Thank you. Bye.